What's up, guys? Hey, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. Those watching the replay, what's up? Welcome. Sweet Z's 101, what's up? Welcome. Welcome, guys. Got a good show, guys. Got a good show. Mr. Fat Man Swag out in Dubai. What's up, kid? What's up? Nice. Hey, guys, do me a favor. Hi, Tom from Washington, D.C. What's up, Tom? Please, guys, swipe right, then invite. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Welcome. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to log on. We only have very little time with my guest today because the guy is very big, running a very, very, very big company, probably one of the biggest on the planet. Hey, Euromaster, what's up? I'm honored you'd even make my show. That's so cool. Right on. Hey, guys, please swipe right and invite. That's what's up. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Hey, guys watching on the web, welcome. You can engage, but please go to Periscope.tv. Get the app. Follow your boy at One Justice for All. I give you guys great motivation, inspiration, and tips on how to break into Hollywood. Thank you for the heart. That's right, guys. Swipe right and invite. Get your followers on this show right now. Also, guys, Periscope is pretty new, so it may freeze up. Don't fret. This will be uploaded right after, so you can watch it for replay. I got you covered. Get them in here. Follow what Euromaster says. Get them in here. Get those guests in here now, guys. And thank you for the hearts. By the way, guys, I'm almost at 30,000 hearts, so maybe this interview, this show will get me there thanks to you guys. Well, look, guys, without further ado, I'm going to take it to Mark Rafalowski, guys, is the Executive Vice President of Dick Clark Productions. You know, they do shows like the Billboard Music Awards, which is this Saturday or Sunday. I'm sorry, next Saturday. Next Sunday, I apologize. They do American Music Awards. They do the Country Music Awards. And their newest show is The Fail Army on Fox, which just got renewed for a second season, guys. So if you're not watching that Fox's Fail Army, make sure you watch it. Well, without further ado, I'm going to take it over to my man, Mr. Mark Rafalowski. You're on, Mark. What's up, buddy?
Just another day.
Another day. So, hello. Welcome to The Inside Truth. Thank you for being a guest on today's show. I know you're very busy, but much appreciated, sir.
All right.
Well, let's just dive. Euromaster says, hi, Mark. Hey, Mark. Sweet Z101 says, hey, Mark.
Hey, everybody.
Well, look, so let's just get right into it, Mark. Okay, can you tell us who you are and what you do real fast?
Yeah, the Executive Vice President of Dick Clark Productions in the International. I run all the international deals that we do with all our shows, from the Golden Globes to So You Think You Can Dance to the show that became a series on Fox based on the YouTube channel Fail Army is actually called World's Funniest, with Terry Crews as the host. And I'll be heading over there this afternoon to see what's going down as we're taping new episodes with Terry, a host of comedians panel. The next 8 episodes are going to be hilarious. And, we then go into So You Think You Can Dance. So it's always busy here. And, I've been brought in when the ownership bought the company back from Dan Snyder of the Redskins 2 years ago to bring international distribution inside the company. It's something that I had wanted Dick to do back in 1998. So patience is a virtue.
Got you. So let's just dive right into I guess I don't want to say day in a life, but so you're meeting today with Terry Crews. Got you. You're doing that. What else? Kind of give us do you travel a lot? I'm just kind of curious, kind of what you.
I have one of the best heads of sales in the world, and Bob Kennedy, who works out of the East Coast. He ran Fred Haver's company for 15 years and Content Film UK. So, between us, we have a lot of relationships which literally span the globe. The bringing distribution in-house for the first time to the production company has taken about a year just to transition with all of our international partners. The Golden Globes is seen in, roughly 211 countries. American Music Awards is seen in close to 200. Billboards is seen in close to 200. So You Think You Can Dance, going into its 12th season. We have formats set up in China. It airs in its Fox version in numerous territories, and where we have a relationship with Endemol on that one, that we did not bring it in-house only because it's in its 12th season. So that's the type of thing that if it was in its second season, we would probably be overseeing the build-out of doing local versions of So You Think You Can Dance. And we have a very vibrant development team here, headed by Barry Edelman and Mark Bracco, who came over from ABC. So, we're constantly in motion, whether it's producing big shows like the Billboards, So You Think You Can Dance, and then looking for what's next, and exploiting it and creating good partnerships around the world. So it literally never sleeps, and it's fun. I mean, it's tiring at times, but it's one of those things where there's not a day that goes by in the year where something interesting isn't happening.
Wow. You guys have a lot of big things going on. I'm curious, how did you get your position there at Dick Clark, out of curiosity?
It goes all the way back to a relationship with Dick himself when he was alive. My engagement party was actually at the house that Dick got married in. His third marriage was the lucky charm for him, as he met Jerry, and they got married. Next to Ron Meyer's house in Malibu, and from there we had a relationship, and along the way he had me come in to work with him at either merging, growing, or selling the company. Ultimately, I ended up being a consultant to the first sale of the company, which was to Mosaic Media Capital, and at the time, Caisse de Depot, which is a big Canadian fund, and ultimately Peter Guber took over Case's position. They sold the company to Dan Snyder of Red Zone Capital, and a couple years ago, Peter Guber and Mosaic asked Dan if he wanted to sell it back to them, because they felt that there was more upside with Dick Clark. And when they bought it back, they called me and said, do you still want to do what you wanted to do back when you were with Dick in the late 90s, which is build distribution inside the company? And I said, absolutely. So that's how I got back here.
Very, very nice. I'm curious, for my viewers watching right now, does Dick Clark actively look for new ideas, new music shows to produce and create, or
I don't think we actively have an idea what, there's a specific thing we're looking at. I think we listen. I think we have, again, Barry Edelman's been with the company since, almost its founding with Dick, and he still brings a great energy to the company and great experience. Mark Bracco came over from ABC last year. He used to head up all alternative at ABC, so he worked with us as our partner on the American Music Awards and New Year's Rockin' Eve. So he had a great, and Billboards, so he's over right now overseeing the taping of World's Funniest. So, we have a DCP Kesha, which is an Israeli production company relationship, where, like Rising Star last year on ABC, that was a DCP Kesha joint venture. This week or next week, when Fox makes their summer schedule announcement.
Very nice, very nice. So my viewers, if they had an idea, then I guess it's just pretty much impossible to try and...
I can tell you, for as many burners as we have on our stove, that basically every one of them is full. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean the doors are closed to new ideas. It just means we're kind of running on all cylinders, which is good and bad. You never want to be closed to new ideas. It's good to be busy. It's good to be growing. It's good to be, a company that a lot of people would have thought the Dick Clark Productions was mature, but we don't look at it that way. We look at it as we have plenty of growth left, and we have new franchises again, like Fail Army, which has become World's Funniest, which now again it's our relationship with Juke and Media that runs the YouTube channel. This is the changing landscape that we're living in, where we've taken a YouTube channel, turned that into a very successful worldwide television show, turned it into a network series in the U.S. We're adapting the format in places like Germany, where we're in the final stages of making a deal with one of the biggest 2 German networks, with one of the big German producers, which is all very exciting. And more to come. I mean, we have an announcement that's going to be made any day now with a major personality of a live show that we're going to do this summer on Fox.
Mark, who is it, Mark? Tell us who it is. Come on. Give us an exclusive. Give my show an exclusive. Come on. This is for Periscope.
Just a big name.
Can you give me another? Give us a hint.
Can't even give you a hint.
Can I guess?
It's a stay tuned. You'll see the announcement shortly.
Well, what can you tell us that's pretty big and exciting coming up? In addition,
this show is going to be a great show. It's an adaptation of where we're going in the world with television and interaction. I mean, Rising Star was actually last year showed that people love being able to interact with shows. I mean, I think Rising Star may have been one too many singing competitions and a summer after a horrible winter where people just weren't inside watching TV. The reality is our engagement with viewers last summer was 10 times the engagement that Idol has with viewers. So, people wanted to see their face go up on the wall when they liked the singer. They liked that instant interactiveness with what's going on in the show. And that's what this announcement this summer is going to be, a show that basically gets the viewers involved in a way where they're going to be surprised, at their house.
Mark, you guys should, at their house. Okay. Mark, you guys should maybe consider doing a show about Periscope, because it's a live app. It's real-time engagement. You broadcast from your phone. There are a few rising stars in this Periscope TV world too. So just something that's from me to you.
We have a huge digital team here. So we do the streamies. We're very involved with the digital world. Again, Fail Army is really one of the true first success stories of taking a very successful YouTube channel, which has close to 8 million subscribers and billions of views, and turning it into a TV franchise. And we certainly are looking at how the screens are all merging together. I spend 2 to 3 trips a year in China watching that market evolve from a market that just used to steal content to now a market that wants to co-produce and build content. So, and when you go through any major city in China, you're amazed at how many people are consuming media on their smartphone.
I actually get this, Mark. There's a showrunner with UTA that's on Periscope, and he does pitch sessions now. So maybe like Dick Clark might, I don't know, integrate that somehow. But that's something that's pretty different and pretty groundbreaking, I think.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are looking at that. I've been throwing a number of things in that space at concepts and the ability for more voices to be heard in that manner, in a way that kind of is efficient for everybody. There's obviously, with pitches, there's obviously lots of legal issues.
Right.
So those always have to be broached. And that's why, especially if you're in the unscripted space, there is no, whatever idea that you have, and I think I've told you this before, that if there are 50 other people, at least, if not 500 other people with that exact same idea, there are almost no unique ideas in the reality world. It's just execution of those ideas and who comes with them.
Got you. Well, we're going to wrap this up tonight. I know you have to get out of here and go see Terry Crews and do that stuff, but can you, you're at a very powerful position. You have a lot of experience in this game. Can you give I try to give my viewers, like the guests, give one piece of crucial, realistic, inside advice on this industry and how to break into it, or, just give us something.
Passion. First of all, you've got to have a passion and follow passion, because whatever it is, there's going to be a lot of people doing or wanting to do what you do. So you've got to have more passion than them, and you've got to have whatever you want to call it, fortitude, stick-to-itiveness. It's a very difficult business. It's like, the modeling business, the acting business, anything else. No matter how beautiful you are, no matter how talented you are, you're going to be turned down 99 times out of 100. And if you can't handle that, you can't be in this business, because it's a vicious, negative environment most of the time. The thing is, when you fight through and break through, the good part of it is worth all of that aggravation it took to get there. Like anything else, it's worth it. It's just a lot of work, and you gotta love it, and you gotta want to be part of it, and you gotta be dedicated, and you gotta work hard, you gotta get lucky, there's gotta be some part of you has to have an intuitiveness that you follow as well. For me, it's been a lot of intuitiveness. And I might have told you this when I was running Reef Ghost Television, and came in to be the president and wrote the 3 to 5 year business plan. Nowhere in that 3 to 5 year business plan did I say, I'm looking for a Mexican dog trainer. But the first show that I did was, what has become, a household name, Cesar Millan, the Dog Whisperer. That being said, I had never done anything with pets, animals, anything like that prior to that. And then post that, I ended up meeting Tia Maria Torres, and I knew she was a show, which became Pit Bulls and Parolees. That journey, did I have any idea I'd be doing 2 shows revolved around dogs, 2 shows which have become both huge, successful international hits? And no, the answer is no, because this goes back to what you asked me in the first. What are we looking for? No idea. I know it when I see it, know it when I feel it, know it when I hear it. And then you have to realize that whatever it is that you have, you got to figure there are people like Mark Burnett, there are people like Relativity Rio, very successful people in the space who have teams of people doing nothing but trying to come up with ideas on a daily basis. So you gotta, it's so many different things that you can never stop growing. You can never stop, thinking, absorbing, listening, reaching out, watching. If you're going to be in the entertainment business at all, first thing you should be is a fan, a consumer, because you got to have a feel for, and you got to know what's out there that's working. I've always, the thing with me, again, Fail Army came out of the fact that I used to do a show, we used to co-produce a show with Discovery called Sports Disasters, and I could never get them to order enough episodes. And then they finally canceled it, even though it was always #1 in its time period. So I had to replace that show, and in through the door walked a guy who was taking a wild shot with his pension, shot on his own budget, 26 episodes of a show called Whacked Out Sports. And I needed a replacement because I had major buyers all around the world that wanted more sports disasters, and I ended up giving them Whacked Out Sports, and we took that from 26 episodes to 104 episodes. And again, that was like one door closed, another one open. Was I looking for that? Yes, in a way, but not that. But it came in, and he walked through the door, and if I had a closed door, I wouldn't have met Mark O'Brien and wouldn't have done Whacked Out Sports. That being said, I have an open door policy, which has brought a lot of strange people into my life.
Mark, someone asked, Funny, I think it was Funny Guy. He asked, how do you execute if you don't have money?
There's one thing, and I think I've told you this before, Justice. Don't think you ever get the value of doing something for a nickel, because you're going to be compared to people who are doing it for $1, and it's tough. I mean, the one thing I would say to people trying to break in is you have to partner up with somebody who's already in. It's the best way to get your voice heard. You can't even think of being greedy to get in the door. You got to think of, how do I get in the door, and do whatever you got to do to get in the door, and realize that your first step inside the door, you're going to probably give somebody 95 cents of that dollar. You're going to get a nickel, but you're going to be happy because you're now in the party. And if you can't handle that, there are very few Sylvester Stallone stories where you hold out, don't take the 300,000 and you end up with Rocky. There are very few of those stories. The reality is, most people that get offered something like that, take it, get in the door, then they're recognized. You got to get in the door, and you got to be with people who have a track record, who can execute. Even if they're going to take advantage of you, you got to realize also, don't look at it that way. You got to look at it like, they may be taking advantage of you, but they're also giving you an opportunity that you otherwise wouldn't get. Because you know what? If they take their shirt off, they got a lot of scars on their back like Django, okay? They paid the price to get there, so that's why they take 95 cents, Then once you make it through that, then you can start evolving to a 50-50 deal, and then you can become the guy that gets 95 out of 5.
I think that's great advice, and I tell all my friends the same thing, Mark. We're trying to break in. They're like, why do I want to sell my idea to this company when it's my idea? I'm like, well, they have sold shows.
You gotta live. You gotta go with what you feel in your gut too. I mean, if you want to hold out for a better deal, hold out for a better deal. But at some point in time, know that it's better to be in. Because once you're in, then you can start. If you only have one idea, that's a problem.
You see, that's great advice. If you only have one idea, guys, you're in the wrong business. You should have multiple ideas constantly, because you're going to have to sacrifice your first couple to get in the door, probably. I will attest to that, Mark. So, yeah. Well, Mark, hold on. Gotta do something you've never done before. Well, look, Mark, dude, thank you so much. It's 11:24. I know you got to run, but I want to thank you very much. You've given some very good insight, very good information. Those of you who've logged in late and missed it, don't worry. I'm going to upload it for replay so you can watch this great interview. Mark, that being said, sir, you have an awesome day. They're saying thanks, Mark, to you, by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and they're saying, thanks, Justice. Hey, you guys, you guys, thank you for joining. Is there anything I want to say before I sign off? Let me look. Guys, you want to make sure you watch next episode of The Inside Truth. I've got guests lined up. I've got Eric Haywood. He is the writer of Fox's hit TV show Empire. That's going to be on my show. So, that should be awesome, too. I'm only going to bring you guys heavyweights, Hollywood heavyweights. That's me. I'm that guy.
I should know.
It's a great show. And I have other guests, too. I've got a film financier coming on. Make sure, if you're not following me, make sure you follow me. I'm at the number 1, Justice, number 4, all. Make sure you follow me. You guys have a great day. I'll see you on my next show. Thank you. And maybe I'm at 30,000 hearts. And if I am, I thank all you guys for giving me the hearts. Peace.